Hey guys, my name's Tiana and I'm a project/event manager. And if you're the person who plans the trips for all your friends, family, colleagues, or even clients, then you need this trip proposal planning system in your toolkit. This is the system made to initiate a trip, whether it's new or an old dusty trip that didn't make it out the group chat. I promise you, this system will be the start you need to get you and your group on that plane. Let's get into this tutorial. All systems start with a start here sheet. This just has some links, the YouTube tutorial, and how to use the spreadsheet and some general rules about how to make sure you don't mess up the spreadsheet. This is the setup tab. It allows you to put all the key information about the trip in this tab. This will auto-populate the rest of the system. So if you have any changes, make sure you come back to this tab and change it here. Do not try and change it on the individual tabs. Come back to the setup tab all the time. You can also set your currency on this tab and it shows up in brackets everywhere where you see money involved. There's up to 10 different currencies that you can pick from. The duration is auto-calculated and a trip proposal reference is auto-generated for you. And this will come at the bottom of every tab so that you can remember what trip you're referring to. This is the planner dashboard. This is for your eyes only. We've got the trip overview, which is auto-populated from the trip setup. We've got some notes on what's included in the trip and what's not included in the trip that you can fill in here, and also any special notes you want to write. You can also track your progress of the trip proposal here to stay on top of things. Next, we have the most important tab on the whole sheet system, the trip research. This is where you're going to research the flights, the accommodations, and the activities of the trip all in one space so that you can compare and see them easily. All costs will be auto-populated like you see here. For example, if you pick shared room, the total cost of this room per person will actually be split and divided into two. But if you pick own room, it will be the complete price without it being shared. Once you've done this, you can now select which accommodation is going to populate which package. And of course, there's spaces to add some pictures for reference and a space to make some notes. Next, we have the flights and activities. Again, the costs are auto-populated, and here you can pick different classes of flights. You can pick the dates, the duration, the stops, and the total price. And again, at the end, you will make that selection of which flights belong to which packages. When you tick that box, it will automatically populate one of the packages. The same thing with activities and excursions. With this cost calculator, whatever you enter, you'd be able to calculate what it will cost for the whole group. And this whole group number is taken from the setup tab. And this is why I say the setup tab is so important. And if you have to change any key details of the trip, go back to the setup tab. So your three packages are the luxury package, the standard package, and the budget package. On each package tab, you have a space where you can add pictures for the activities and the accommodation, and all the prices you're seeing here, once selected from the trip research tab, have been auto-calculated, so you don't have to do any of the calculations or input any of the money here. Though for any extra costs such as transfers, you have to manually enter this. This is the only price you will have to manually enter. At the top, you'll have a summary of how much it would cost per person for each package and what's included and excluded from the package. You can download this as a PDF or send a direct link to the potential travelers. Even cooler, we have a comparison tab. This just quickly takes a snapshot from each of the packages and compares them. Here, potential travelers, the people you're proposing the trip to, can have an at-a-glance view of all of the packages next to each other. This is a really cool tab to send to your travelers. Now to lock it in. This is the trip interest register. So you basically send this tab to your potential travelers that you're proposing this trip to, and they can fill in their name, their email, and whether they actually want to go to this trip. The three options are count me in, interested, but need more information, and sorry, not this time. They can also select here which package they might be interested in. This is a no pressure approach. You're not standing over their shoulder. You're not constantly messaging them. You send them this link and wait for them to register. Just below, we've got a response summary so you can keep track of everyone's replies. This is my love letter to the planners, the go-getters, the ones that make the trips happen. Propose your trips the LavenderLogic way.